Hi everyone, my name is Mary Lou and this is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. I have this and I kind of started working on it. It is supposed to become a pocket or something like that for in my Safari journal. And what I am doing is I want to watercolor this. So I am actually using masking fluid and a silicone brush. I have a silicone brush. It is kind of like a paintbrush, but not really a paintbrush. It's much finer and it is actually allowing me to put demasking fluid onto the paper. So I can see where there is some missing and I don't really want to not have this completely covered properly. I'd rather be outside of the lines than inside. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then we're going to watercolor or use distress ink probably to go all the way over top of it. And I'm still working on my Safari Jungle Journal. It's right here. I went live the other day with it and started decorating it and working in it, and not everything is going how it is supposed to be going, but in the end it will be a cohesive, really cool journal that is different from most things that I have seen. All right, I am reaching the end. So as soon as this is dry, I will be back to show you what the next steps are going to be. This is now dry, and so it's like a rubber film that is over the paper. I don't know if you can see the shimmer, and that is going to reject anything water-based. So this is watercolor paper, and you can see all the fuzzies that are on here. And what I want to do is I have my inks. So I have Rusty Hinge, I have Gathered Twigs, Scattered Straw, and tea dye. So it's not extremely colorful, but I also have my watercolors. And what I want to do is I want to do the smoosh technique with my inks, and then I want to fill it in a little bit with the watercolor paints. So I'm going to start with Scattered Straw, and I'm just going to put a good amount on my glass mat. Spray with a little water, and I'm just wiping that through so that I get the fuzzies everywhere. It's okay, it is all good. It's not a big problem. It will come off. So I'm wiping that off, and I'm going to the next color, which is Gathered Twigs. And I'm just sticking it in there, letting it drip a little bit because that's what I want. There. And then I'm going to take some rusty hinge. And I may take a little bit more. There. And then I'm just picking up some of the rusty hinge to give it that extra little bit of color. I don't know if I want more than that. I know I should be wiping it up, but it's okay. Not today. Normally I would. I definitely would wipe it up with some cloth or some, this is tea dye. Okay, and I want the tea dye right here in the center. So I'm kind of doing it like that. So I like these colors. I like how they are coming together. There's another spot right there. Let it drip a little bit. Okay, I'll wipe this up. And then I'm just going to dry this. Okay, so it's dry and these fluffies are not coming off. It's all good. I don't really mind. It's allowed to look a little rougher. So I want to add a little bit of the neutral watercolors in here. I want a paintbrush. And I'm just going to pick up some of the neutrals. And I want more water. So I'm just going around, picking it up. I want some shimmery bits in there. That is what I am aiming for. And because this is shimmery watercolor, it should work. It should do what I'm hoping it will. So I'm just picking up the pieces that did not get any ink. That's where I am putting the watercolor paint. And I'm just blending it as fast and far as I can. And right now I'm just using the dark one. Oh, I must have gotten some right there. Okay. I think I want to go a little lighter now. So picking up the rusty color. So I like the shimmer, but I don't want it everywhere. So that's why I started with the watercolor or the distress ink. And then after that, I can just color the little bits and pieces where there is no ink yet. So you'll get a little shimmer here and there, but not crazy amounts of shimmer. I'm picking up this lighter color. Just going in between. Adding a little extra water, going right there. Okay, I don't know if you can see the shimmer, but it's turning very pretty. I want to put a little shimmer on the edges as well. Just on the top and the bottom here. Because I think I'm going to turn this into tags, so I don't want to put it on the sides because I'm still going to cut it. So I have an eraser for the masking fluid, and I'm going to erase some of the pieces right now. So then it is now back to being paper. And I just want the dots. I think I can actually remove everything. You can also use your finger and it should come off, but it's easier to use the little eraser that comes with it, and then you can just rip it off. This will pick it up, and then you can just pick it up. Okay, so for the little dots, I want to use some color. And I think I want to use the turquoise. I've been using turquoise for a few different things, so I think I can use it for in here as well. So that is going to be the little dots. And I am not a fantastic painter. So I might be a little messy. Is that okay to say that about myself? There we go. Rinse out the brush a little bit in the water right there. And then I think I want a red. I have this deep red here. I need a little bit more water. And I'm not constantly picking up the paint because I kind of want it to go from dark to lighter. And it's working very nicely. Look at that. It worked. So I'll pick up the paint again, a little bit of water, and do the same thing. Keeping the brush somewhat moist. Sorry if that is a word you don't like. Picking up a little bit of paint because My brush is a little dry. And there we go. We've got, again, from light to darker. I'm going to draw some rough circles around here. This is an Inktense pencil, and this is Chinese ink. And now I am grabbing my water brush. And then I'm just going over that with my water brush to set the darker ink around it. And I want it to look like I've just drawn those circles out. There we go. The other side too. There we go. And then I'm taking my Uniball Vision pen, and I am just going to draw circles around the little ones. And again, I'm not overly concerned if my circles aren't circles. I just want it to look hand-drawn, which I think I am succeeding. I like it. So now I'm going to take off these ones. Okay, so I have my Crayola markers, and I have my grandkids have used them, so I may have to test them a little bit just to make sure that they're not dried out like this one. Okay, so I have a yellow and I have a blue. Oh, and I wanted a green. I wanted yellow, blue, and green. Does would that one work? It would, but it's not a very good one. And this one? Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color all these pieces. And I'm not coloring them completely, if you can see that. Because I want to treat them like watercolors. So I'm grabbing my water brush. And I'm just going over them and turning them into watercolors. So you see, it just dissolves the ink and spreads it. Now remember, this is watercolor paper, so it does work a little bit better than using regular paper, but it does work on regular paper as well. There, then we go green. And the reason that I am not coloring the whole thing is because it gives it a little bit of color difference. I don't know how to say that properly. It will look more watercolored than used as markers. I like it. I really like it. Okay, some blue. It's a very dark blue, so I'm being cautious with it. And you can see that the ink is moving very nicely. It just dissolves and moves. So you don't need expensive markers to do this. You can use just your kids or your grandkids' cheapo Crayola crayons or markers. And yes, I put a big drop of water in there because it doesn't want to blend all that nicely. I will show you. So I'll do the same on this side, and then I think I want to do something different with the middle pieces. So I'm just going to put a little purple here and there, and I may just do both rows at the same time. This purple is a little dried out. But for what I'm doing, it still works absolutely perfect because I just want that little bit of ink that is still in there. I just want that. If there's no ink coming out of it anymore, then I can't use it anymore. There we go. It is a little harder when they are drier. You can see it, but I can get it to do what I need it to do. Without destroying the paper is what I am trying to do. I just want color. That whole safari jungle journal is supposed to be super colorful and fun. And I think I am reaching that. Take some red. So the other technique that you can do with watercolor, or not with the watercolor, with the masking fluid, is you can kind of create a batik idea or use it for like mandalas or things like that, where you can cover up one piece of the color that you've already put on and then do something else, and then you can remove the color, remove the thing and go over it again. So yeah, like there's so many different things you can do with masking fluid, and I am very happy that I got it. I will link it in my Amazon shop. I've been working on getting that done so that if there is products that you guys want to use, then you can use those. So in this video, I will link the Crayola crayons or Crayola markers that I'm using. I will link the gel pens, and I'll try to find the shimmery watercolors again. And then you can do this too. And then the turquoise. Oh, I love turquoise. I don't know why. I am so not a blue person. I don't wear blue. I don't do anything blue. And then when it comes to crafting, I gravitate towards blue. I don't know why that is. Just picking up the ink from the markers and blending it as much as I can. And sometimes I just have to squeeze the water brush a little bit so that it picks up just that little bit more of the ink. I really like how it looks with all these colors. Okay, so I just saw there's like a white dot there and there's a white dot there because there was masking fluid right there. So what I'm going to do is just pick up some of the shimmery paint and just go over top. And blend it a little bit further. There we go. Did I see another piece? I thought I'd seen another piece. No, 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 no. Okay. Let that sit for a moment. I really like it. It's awesome. Okay, so I am going to use, this is ink black. I'll just use ink black around these pieces. And again, I am not being overly cautious because I want it to look hand done, which it is hand done, but I don't need it to look like it was stenciled on. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I'll grab the water brush again. And I'll go around all that black ink tints. So you can see the difference between this one and this one. This one has the outlines, this one does not. So there we go. We have like the mixture of the very pale pieces right there against the very bright Crayola markers. I really like it. It just turned out really nice. I'm going to dry this and I'm just going to give it a little bit of accents and then we'll be done. So I have a white Jelly Roll pen. This is a 10, so it's a pretty hefty one. And I'm just going to make some dots and stripes in the little pieces to make them look a little bit more alive, give them a little bit more movement. And the white gel pen will pick up some of the ink a little bit, so which kind of looks really cool too. There we go. How lovely is that? So I'm just going to cut this in half now, and then I have 2 tags. That's all I'm doing. I'll just use this. The cutter fell off of my cutting board, so I have to use my knife. Where would I have put my knife? Right there. That's the corner rounder. I can do that. Round corners at the bottom. And then I have my little fancy tag maker thingamajiggy. Just like that. There we go. I have 2 beautiful tags. Was it a lot of work? Yeah, but it was so much fun too. I hope you enjoyed watching this project. I will link the inks and the markers and all that in the description, so you can just find them in my Amazon store. You won't be paying any extra for if you're purchasing it, but it gives me a little bit of a kickback from Amazon. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. There's way more projects coming up for the Safari Jungle kit, or for the Safari Jungle journal. And if you are wanting to play with the Safari Jungle kit, you can find it in my Ko-fi shop, which is also linked in the description. I hope you have had a wonderful day. And don't forget to hit the like button. And I will see you again tomorrow for another day in the 100-day project. Bye!